Managing Collaboration Through Accountability, Transparency, and Effectiveness by Analicia Gomez. Collaborations can provide a wonderful platform to maximize resources and partnerships and strengthen efficiency to provide services to the public from the government. When managing collaborations, the public administration concepts of accountability, transparency, and effectiveness should be considered in order to have a successful partnership and collaboration. Accountability is highly important in collaborations because it determines who's legally mandated to oversee certain functions and provide certain resources and services to the public. Also, who is ethically accountable for those same types of services, and then developing ways how to measure them. For instance, when I worked with the Department of Emergency Services, we were legally mandated to provide emergency shelters to residents during declared disasters. We partnered with the Red Cross to provide these through a collaboration where we created a memorandum of understanding and contract agreement with what we would be on the hook for and what they would be providing. This outlined who was accountable for what and who needed to pay for what, so that during an emergency we could easily deploy the Red Cross without having to set up or deal with contracts or negotiations. At that point, everything was already in place. In accountability, we see MEEC's Governance Network Administration Coordination Strategy of mandated and legal accountability. Next is the importance of transparency, where maintaining government transparencies when partnering with non-government and faith-based organizations and private businesses becomes important to maintain the legitimacy of the government. Those coordination strategies that are most integral in being transparent are when using resources, negotiations, and contract facilitation, and brokering. The effectiveness of a collaboration must also take into account the amount of coordination, administration, and overhead in order to maintain it. It's also important to be able to scrap a collaboration if it's no longer cost beneficial, even if it took a lot of time and effort to start. By maintaining active situational awareness with the project and collaboration at hand, you're able to determine if the benefits outweigh the cost, and whether the collaboration is effective enough to continue. Maintaining honesty, integrity, and resourcefulness goes hand in hand with Christian values. The concept of collaborating is also essential to Christian communities, in particular faith-based organizations like the Catholic Charities of the Inland Empire, who were part of that shelter team with the Red Cross and provided the meals at shelters. They all play vital roles and serve big functions within the government to provide services, and are oftentimes funded through government grants or contracts. By developing mechanisms for accountability, transparency, and effectiveness through a Christian lens, collaborations can be a successful and efficient tool for creating government partnerships. The Governance Network Administration Coordination Strategies come from MEEC's Network Governance, the Future of Intergovernmental